Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve him of it.
Understood.
Reading Naruto for the past year now, there has been one question constantly repeating from my lips. Why? Why? No, seriously, my fellow revenants, why? Why is this ending so bad? Why is it so horrible? And given that this was a series 15 years in the running yard, why is it that there's other various anime series out there with more character development, likable characters, and a fan base that doesn't make you want to prescribe acid to them? Yes, I do know that isn't a very noble or professional thing to do when reviewing a piece of art, but fuck it, I'll do what I want. So let's go through the reasons why this ending is absolutely unappeasable for anyone over the age of 5. Now, if you want a summary, fine, I'll give you a summary. Time skip, everyone spawns babies. Naruto, douchebag father and Hokage. Technology! Sasuke still running away from child support. Kunoichis. And the housewives. And a pretty good One Piece cameo. Okay, fine, that part alone was pretty cool. But still, there are many things about this ending that just felt unfinished to me. I know that Kishimoto wanted to put a sense of symbolism into a story once more by ending it with chapter 700. Get it? Team 7, 7th Hokage. But I would rather get an ending that didn't suck in exchange for a few more chapters. But believe me, if there's any true culprit to this, it's the one, the only, Kaguya. If she wasn't thrown needlessly into the story, we could have gotten a few more chapters that might have made this ending a little bit better than it was. But back to why this chapter is absolute dog shit. Condescension is the watchword for Naruto. I do know that Naruto wanted to become Hokage, but the problem with that is the fact that Naruto does nothing with the role of Hokage. Whatever happened to finding the answer to everlasting peace? You know, the thing that had a central keyfold to the story? Promised Sasuke that he'd find the answer alongside him? And what does it amount to? Nothing. Now, I'm not mad because Naruto didn't find the answer. I'm mad because the entire issue revolving around it was dismissed as though it meant nothing. You mean to tell me that Kakashi and Naruto managed to pave the way for new technology and skyscrapers for Konoha, but left out the civil and basic atrocities to mankind? Would you like some sugar cubes with that hot coffee of bullshit, Naruto? I'm afraid I'm losing you in all that progressive leadership skills there. And could the other characters be any more off-putting? Bolt's design seems like an uninspired reject design of Naruto, while Miss Irrelevant here needs a tattoo of a fucking personality. Speaking of Bolts, Kishimoto, if you or any of your working staff members have a single ounce of basic decency left, then I freaking implore you to melt these bolts and metals, forge a pistol out of it, and put a fucking bullet through Sakura's head. She was merely annoying in part 1, absolutely livid in the latter half of Shippuden, painstakingly sexist in the last Abomination, and now she's the annoying Jehovah's Witness we all bought tasers for. Kishimoto could have taken a massive Megatron dump on Sakura, and it would still be less embarrassing to look at, as opposed to one of the worst character destroys I've ever seen in my life, since the goddamn Falcon Punch. No, Jesus himself could rush down and ninja kick you in the sack, and it would still take less priority than ending her character off as an unsuccessful, ADD positive, self-centered, medical ninja bitch.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
And as someone who would have sung her praises from a mountaintop if she had actually developed well, it is absolutely painful for me to admit that out loud. Which brings me now to the character of... Believe me when I say this. Sasuke is an unfinished character. Do you mean to tell me that after everything that happened, Sasuke, the only character at that time who had an iota of a beginnings of making any goddamn sense, gives up his ideals entirely and will spend the rest of his living years as an unsuccessful wanderer? Fuck right off, Kishimoto. I know that Sasuke was too much of a complex character for you to handle, but did you really have to end his story this badly? At this point, he would have been better off dead. Remember kids, genocide is okay if you're doing it for the village. And remember not to expose the truth of how shitty Konoha is. Really, Kishimoto? Imagine if the Caucasians took it upon themselves to erase slavery in Pearl Harbor from the textbooks, basically rendering them as non-existent. Perhaps the most glaring upfront of all is that not a single reviewer I know so far has ever addressed any of this. Once again, they were probably just too busy having nostalgia flashbacks. But still, with all these grievances, I still remember and love Naruto for what it was. I fell in love and felt connected to the characters on a deep personal level. Their convictions, their trials, their hardships, and their own personal message to me. The story of Naruto cannot be considered a tragedy, but Naruto will always be my hero. His Nindo became mine, and it helped me a lot through tough times. And for that, I do thank Kishimoto. I thank him for the amount of time and dedication he put into his work. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to criticize him whenever he screws up. I started watching Naruto about 10 years from now, and I'll treasure every moment I had with it, and then some more. So until next time, my fellow Revenants.
Lie out of sight, yet I'm the heathen holding you.